This is Access 2019, Module 1, Part 6. In this segment, we will be creating a simple form. So you will remember that forms can be used to input data and to view data on the screen. They're typically not designed to print, although you can print them. They are mainly designed in order to be viewed on the screen. So it's a way of viewing and entering the data. So let's get back into our Lakewood database. You should have already created the billing and visit tables, and you should have populated your visit table with data. So in order to start a new object, we start on the Create tab. And again, as we talked about before, there are records on each of, groups for each of the types of objects that we're going to be creating. So today we're going to use our Form Wizard. So we're going to again choose Form Wizard. Now, you want to make sure, like I said before, whenever you're using a wizard, always choose Next if Next is an option. Only choose Finish when Next is grayed out and is no longer an option. So on the first screen, we are choosing what we're going to use to create our form. So you can choose between tables and queries to create your form. We are going to choose our visit table. And again, you have the same type of arrows that allow us to select one field at a time or all of the fields. So let's just go ahead and choose all of them. Now we'll choose Next. Now you can see we have different layouts, and it gives you a visual of each of the layouts if you click on them. Personally, for me, I find it more helpful if I'm doing this outside of class and I'm trying to create a form. I might pick a couple of options and then create more than one form and compare them and see which one I like better, because this visual on the screen to me is not as helpful as actually looking at the created form itself. But we're going to choose columnar as our layout. So then we'll choose Next. And now we're ready to give the form a name. We're going to call this Visit Data. We're going to add the word data at the end. And now, since Next is no longer an option, it will allow us to finish, and it will open up the form so that we can see what it looks like. I do want to point out a few of the views when it comes to forms and reports. So if you look at the view, in Form View, which is what we're looking at right now, you'll notice that the data itself is highlighted. That's telling us that we can actually change the data. So if I said that this appointment was supposed to happen on the 27th, notice when I start changing the data, I do get the pencil over here on the left side of the form. Until the pencil goes away, the data change has not been saved. But you do have to be in Form View if you want to edit the data within the form. You can navigate around the records using the arrow keys, just like in Datasheet View. And if we want to add a new record, the arrow with the starburst next to it will allow us a blank screen that we can use to, or a blank form that we can use to add new records. You can tell you're in different forms or views based on some of the options. For example, I just switched to layout view. In layout view, you'll notice that it's the object that is highlighted and not the data itself. If you are in layout view, you cannot change the data. You are changing the look and feel of the form. Another way you can tell is you have design tabs and formatting tabs that allow us to change the way that form looks. We also have design view, and design view has a more of a grid look. It also has tabs that allow us to modify the look. So again, if you are asked to make changes to the actual data, you must be in form view in order to do that. Since we used a wizard to create our form and we did not make any changes to it, it is saved, so we do not have to save it. We can just simply close it.